Okay, let's go. Here we are diving back into Jada brand Universal Monsters figures content. In the previous episode, Fanboy G of the Fanboy Cantina channel co-hosted with me, and we did a mint in box MIB style review of these very same figures. As you can see, they're now out of the box, and we can see how the figures interact with their accessories. Up first, we have the Bride of Frankenstein. And as you can see, she comes with these two posts, which include both a chain and a tie to replicate her coming off of the exam table in the motion picture, The Bride of Frankenstein. So take a good look at her, and she's a valuable entry into the collection. Next up, we have the Invisible Man, and I wanted to highlight him from the profile from the side here to let it weigh in and give him a little switch around that this is the alternate head configuration. But look how hollowed out he is at the eye socket. I really like the profile image there and showing the unraveling of the bandages. And as mentioned in the previous video, this is his second set of hands, or the alternate set of hands, that creates the optical illusion of him pulling off his glove. And whereas in the physical world, there is no plastic hand to enter the cuff of the robe just there, it allows for the illusion of him being actually invisible. So again, that's quite the technical achievement and really impressive. I'm going to let him lay down and take a little rest just there. In the background, we continue to have the J-Spy 25 produced Monster Lab material, but as we slide the camera over a bit more, we have Count Dracula, and my favorite of his accessories, of course, is his little friend, the Bat. Again, just taking a closer look now that it's outside of the box, outside of the package. The paint job on the medallion is so spot on. The differentiation of color on the vest or the waistcoat to contrast it against the stark white shirt. The medallion is also not flat. It's got a slight 3D element to it. It's got a different, it's raised up compared to the texture of the shirt. So, and as we can see, I've highlighted the red inside of the cape. So again, these are, I'm so into having these figures, hence we're doing the review. Again, the Wolfman, my childhood favorite. The green and the blue go really well together. Again, look, just getting close in as we can. The quality paintwork on the Wolfman, and the same applies to the creature. I tried to put him in a bit of a swimming pose. It doesn't really translate as he's standing, but there he is all the same. Again, getting in close to look at the texture, the color, just this is, again, quality material. If we can contrast body to body, so for the Wolfman, we can see he does have upper torso and lower torso. Dracula is more of a one-piece torso, but the way the torso work expresses itself for the creature, we can see it allows for more bendability and more twisting around. Be he about to climb up the walls of the Rita, or be he about to swim in one direction or the other. So closing out the 6 releases that are out right now, we have Frankenstein. And again, just look at the, so it's not exactly Karloff, but it does capture a lot of that Karloff style or Karloff flavor, if you will, in the facial expression. He does come with the 2 chains, so I thought to raise up his arms so we can see the variation in length, the longer chain and the shorter chain. Included in the back now, besides the rest of the J-Spy material here that can be found on J-Spy 25. So the tail of the tape, these characters are various heights, different than Mego, whereas mostly you have the same height of the character. So given that the Mego figures are 8 inches, and this Frankenstein measures in at 7 inches, I wanted to see how well would this guy do on the J-Spy Design Frankenstein lab table. And yes, the head pillow is a little bit of a miss for him, but he does fit just right in there in a really good way. Now, as far as the other accessories I wanted to highlight, I guess we'll start with Dracula right here. So he does come with this more snarled or fangs visible expression, and those are the other set of hands that he has. For my pal the Wolfman, again, he's already snarling as it is, but in this variation of his headpiece, he shows more teeth, the upper and the lower. We can see the wolf's bane style. Oh, there goes Dracula's head. So let's get a real nice, if I can get it clear, on the construction on the cane. Again, I'm saying J-Spy's name a bunch of times, but this looks way similar to the 3D printer creation from J-Spy. And then for the wolf trap, I just wanted to zero in and look at like it from both sides, it can close. So again, this is really interesting and clever design. These are physically small pieces that are just well constructed to fit together. Moving on to the creature, again, the hand that he has here is definitely will click on to his body, but the fossilized bone does not connect to him, and that's movie accurate because the fossil was found in the wall near the lagoon, and so it's not supposed to connect to him. And again, just all the paintwork on all these is really impressive. Let me try to get in on his eyes. It's a quality job and a quality work. Moving on to Frankenstein, you know, depending on, it's that uncomfortable laugh or it's an expression of rage, but there he is with his alternate set of hands. And again, just allowing you for more variety to switch around from one look or to the next on your figures. And here's the bride with her other set of hands, and this is more her rejection of the Frankenstein monster face, or her hiss or her scream. Again, the white streaks, her trademark white streaks of hair on either side of her head are definitely well rendered. And now, who's this guy with all the goodies over here? So for the Invisible Man, he comes with a book. Oh, I think I did leave out for Dracula. There's his single candle candelabra, which is, let me get it north and south here, which is pretty movie accurate. And again, it's a somewhat pliable material. It's not totally rubberized, but it's a good mix of solid and pliable together. So sorry I had left that out. Back to the Invisible Man. He's got more sets of hands than anybody else. And this hand in particular right here is holding the Erlenmeyer flask. The other hands are designed to interact with the bandage peeling. And here's his standardized head with the hat. So I'm very impressed with how well the hat snaps on and how easily the hat comes off. And I'll say for interchangeability, completely different than, say, the Hasbro Hero Masher series, where you can mix and match any body part to any other figure. In my field research so far, I've seen that the Invisible Man and Dracula can trade heads with one another. The hat does kind of fit on Dracula's head as well. It doesn't look just right to me. Let me see if we can get a little hat transfer right there. See, like the fit is okay, but it just, to me, it looks out of place and not very, the fedora doesn't look very Dracula-ish. So once again, this has been the second of my reviews and explorations and dive-ins into the Jada material. I'm very much enjoying these characters, and I look forward to providing more content and having more fun. And thanks for watching. Please do come back again. Thanks so much.